Tonight on the King Omar Sharif Show, we're going to be talking about a crucial decision that can significantly impact various aspects of your life. Whether you're happy or sad, struggling or successful, pleased or put through pain. I wonder what he could be talking about tonight. Choosing the person you're dating wisely. Let's talk about it.
Why you always coming in here wilding with your bad energy? You always trying to mess up my energy. Come on, with all these violent vibes, man. Get out of here with that negative energy.
Good to say, you ain't got nothing good to say. Ain't nothing different from yesterday. The day before, you should like your jaw. That right there is the hater way. On the hater way, going right away. Cause with Omar, she likes to play. You should watch your mouth, go and wash it out. Rinse it too, I got things to do. Oh, I'm so sick of you. I told my mama and my therapist too. I get so drained hearing you complain. Took your name, sex it over love is lame. I hope that dream didn't board that plane. I'm loving you more than the Lord insane. Father, forgive me, I know that you with me. Even when the city gets windy, when all these topics ain't so trendy.
Hello, my beautiful people. I welcome you back to the King Omar Sharif Show, where love and light come together. This show is all about you, your mind, your body, your soul. I believe if we can control those three things, we'll find happiness. Yes, y'all, it is another great and grand Tuesday evening. All right, you are 2 days through the week. You only got 3 more work days to go. Okay, and I'm only saying that to the people that's not really happy with what they're doing in life. Okay, it seems like a struggle, but when you love what you're doing and you're passionate about what you're doing and you're walking into your purpose, time flies. You don't even feel like you're working. All right, so welcome back. It's another great Tuesday night. I just want to say, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If by the time we get to the end of the show, or if I say something that you like or agree with, hit that subscribe button, y'all. Be a part of the family. We're going to be growing here each and every Tuesday night, all right? When you grow, I grow. Let's grow together. So we got another great subject for y'all, choosing who we date wisely. Now, if you feel as though you have chosen the wrong person over and over and over again in your dating life, put your hand up. Come on, be honest. Put that hand up. I don't even care if you right next to that person. Be honest. Put that hand up, okay? If I had somebody that was here with me right now and she was there, and somebody asked me that, and we was going through whatever we was going through, and we both know that we need to get some help, I would have raised my hand, and I would have took her hand and raised it too. We would have been up there looking like champions, all right? But at the end of the day, y'all, it's very, very, very crucial and important for us to take who we're dating wisely, okay? And that's why I got this shirt on. This shirt says, please come correctly, all right? Because, and look, that goes for me too, all right? It's definitely a two-way. So if somebody can avoid a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of sadness, a bunch of arguments, a bunch of disagreements, wouldn't you do it? Okay, so take your time so we can figure out who is worthy enough to be in our lives to date, to get our intimate moments, all of that time that we just be giving at just any old body sometimes. We got to protect our time. We got to protect our minds. We got to protect our spirits. We got to protect our bodies, all right? They are all intertwined and connected thanks to the divine, all right? So let's talk about why it's so important to choose who we're dating wisely. One thing that I want to talk about, I asked somebody this recently, and I felt as though she was emotionally detached, emotionally disconnected. Now, for me, I have I've been blessed, y'all. I can't front about that. I can't lie. I've been blessed to see so many beautiful couples, all right? So many thriving couples, so many successful couples, so many couples that I can say, y'all one of my favorite couples. I'm so happy to see y'all together still. I'm so happy to see y'all just doing y'all thing all these years later. I can still see the love between y'all. Isn't that what it's about? Being able to sustain after that initial meet up and the initial bubble and love that you have for each other, what a lot of people may call puppy love. But once that stuff starts dying down, and I hope it doesn't die down in your life, all right? We want to speak life. But when it does start to dwindle down a bit, when the lights do start to dim a bit, what do you have? What has been the foundation? So my question was to that person, and maybe you can ask people this too. This is what we're talking about. Choosing the person that we're dating wisely. And it came across my mind, and I asked her, I said, have you had many examples of thriving and loving couples in your life that you have been able to physically see with your own two eyes? Now, I had already had an idea. The answer was no. But then I got my answer back from her and she agreed. She said no. So for me, it was almost like she's trying to learn on the fly. Now, there's not anything necessarily wrong with that. Not everybody is blessed enough or able to be in situations where they can just see all this love around them and these thriving couples around them. You know, I come from being raised by my grandparents and my aunts and my uncles and my neighbors on the block, you know, and, you know, my dad was in and out doing his thing. My mom, she was young and, you know, living her life and, you know, she was around, but not on a daily basis. And I love you, Mom, no disrespect. But I wasn't able to see my parents in a loving relationship. So that was one thing, but I was able to see my grandparents. I was able to see aunts and uncles. I was able to see friends years later still loving on their ladies and loving on their man. Okay, so when I feel as though I know what love looks like, I can say that's love. Oh yeah, what they have, that's love. Oh, what they have, that's love. But if I'm not getting those things and we're not able to share those things, then there's a possibility that we're not going to be evenly matched. Okay? Maybe I'm not for you. Maybe you're not for me. Maybe I need to go get some professional help. Maybe you need to go get some professional help. All right? So I'm not the finger pointer. I'm more of, okay, let's be honest about the facts that we're facing. And let's talk about them, okay? We all have some kind of issues in our lives. Nobody's perfect. I know I'm certainly not perfect. And if you're sitting there on the other side of that camera saying, well, speak for yourself, I'm perfect. I doubt it, all right? Seriously doubt it. So ask that person if they've had examples of loving and lasting relationships that they've been able to physically see, not something that they've seen on TV or on social media or what they think is real. Ask them if they've really seen something real, because at least they can say, I think I know what it looks like. Because sometimes when you start telling somebody, look, I think we should have this, I think we should have that, I think we should have this, and in your mind, they're all positive things, but the other person is like, I don't get it, I don't get it. Well, maybe that's why they don't get it, because they're not used to it, okay? Now, either you two are gonna work together, or it's gonna be time to say, you know what, enough is enough. We tried, and I feel as though I want what I see all these thriving couples have, if not more, okay, if that's possible. So oftentimes we kind of just rush into relationships, and I've rushed, but I feel like I haven't gotten anywhere with them. That's what happens when you rush. That's what happens when you don't take the time to really get to know somebody. Sometimes we rush into things and we don't get what we thought we was gonna have, okay? So we gotta stop rushing. We gotta take our time, and we gotta say, you know what? My time is very valuable, and I need to use it wisely. I need to share it and give it wisely. Not everybody is someone you should be lusting over. Not everybody should be somebody that you're going out and dating and being intimate with, all right? Take your time. So one of the things that we need to be aware of is our emotional well-being. The right partner is going to nurture you. They're going to care about your mental health. They're not going to want to see you stressed out. They're not going to want to be so toxic and being emotionally exhausting. Okay? So that's kind of what I was talking about just a moment ago. Being emotionally exhausted, because no matter how many examples you may be able to put in front of somebody's face, sometimes and some people, they're just not going to get it. Okay? And you can't force these things onto somebody's lives. You can't force it. Either they're going to say, all right, I'm going to try. Or they always going to be like, you know what? It's all about me, self-absorbed. I don't care, whatever. What you got for me? I'm a receiver, And sometimes you got to hang that receiver up. Burn. That's old school. That's house phones. That's landlines. That's before y'all time. What am I talking about? All right? Now everybody's just hitting end. But I think you get what I'm saying. Protect yourself to the end. Ooh, y'all, didn't I tell y'all I rushed into a couple of relationships? Didn't I tell y'all that? So sometimes when you rush, and I rushed into the relationship with my two beautiful babies' mother, okay? Unfortunately, I thought that I knew her. I thought that I was ready to have children with her and have my first children, okay? I was active with, who I was dating at numerous times in my life, but I was always protective of not wanting to have children with someone that I wasn't meant to have children with. And even though I was doing that and being mindful of it, I still ended up having children with somebody that I barely knew, and somebody that after the fact, I realized that we're complete opposites and it probably never would have happened, okay? So be careful, because when you have children, how many children are being passed down emotional damage from their parents? How many? There gotta be millions and millions and millions of innocent, beautiful babies who are experiencing this, okay? And that emotional damage is like being on a train wreck, okay? Because it's like we're already setting them up to fail. Now, I mentioned that individual who didn't have that loving environment between her parents. And from what she expressed to me, it was violent, it was abusive, verbally, physically, emotionally. I'm sure that damages you spiritually. But speaking of spirit, I just want to say, when we go through pain, that allows us to get stronger. Sometimes, and some people get broken by the pain, but pain is really designed to make us stronger. And the way for us to get stronger is to lift the Creator's name up and say, I believe in you. I believe you're going to fix this condition that I'm in, these circumstances that I'm in. I believe it. Once you have that belief, once you have that faith, there's nothing bad in your life that can't strengthen you and make you a better individual. I believe that. Okay, so again, our children are the future. You don't want to have kids with somebody who you're going to regret having children with. In my mind, it was going to be happiness. It was going to be us together. It was going to be all of that forever, and us being good examples for our children. But I rushed, and I didn't get anywhere, okay? So now my thing is to try to protect my children's emotions the best I can. So that's one big reason why we got to be careful about the person that we're dating, and definitely who we're intimate with. How about this one, y'all? Wouldn't you love to have a strong support system? The 3 S's, strong support system. Wouldn't you love to have that? Wouldn't everyone want to feel like somebody has their back? Wouldn't you want to feel like during the process of sharing love that you got somebody to lean on? We were just talking about getting stronger, but we're not always going to be strong. I just mentioned we got to experience pain sometimes to get stronger. Sometimes we got to experience pain to get lessons. Not all lessons are loving lessons. Okay? So having somebody that's there for you, has your back in whatever capacity that they can show up for you in. That's what we need. We need strong supporters. I need somebody to say, all right, we're going to get through this. You want to do that? All right, you really want to do this? Because if you really want to do this, I promise you I'm rocking out with you every single day. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to be your accountability partner. Those are the type of people that we need in our lives. I want these goals right here, and I want you to help me because I know by myself, I'm not strong by myself. I'm not. And I spend so much time with you, so can you be my accountability partner? Can you make sure that I'm putting out this content every Tuesday night? Even though my life could be chaotic sometimes, or even though I'm working so hard, I still want to make sure that I got time to sit in front of this camera and spread this love and light. Okay? It's really not all about me, y'all. And I hope that you're able to realize that it's really not all about you either. I think that we get caught up in the me, but we forget the we, right? We just forget sometimes. And it's natural. I'm not saying, something wrong with that, but we got to start thinking in a bigger spectrum, in a bigger picture. And of course, we have to work on ourselves first so we can help others. But wouldn't it be good for us to be able to walk into a room and there's other people that's just like us? Other people that feel as though they haven't figured it out. Other people that feel like, man, I need a support system. That's what this is about, y'all. Being there for each other. But you definitely got to show up for yourself, too. Another thing that I feel is important when we're trying to figure out who we're going to end up being with, or at least kind of screening people during the dating process, I think that trust and security is a big one, right? Are you going to be able to trust the individual that you're with? Is this person a liar? Is he or she a fabricator? Do they like to make things up? Do they give up easily on the things that they say they're going to do? Okay? Are they going to cheat on me? Those are the trust things. The security things are kind of like in the support system things where it's like, are we going to achieve these goals and dreams together? I want to have this in my life. What do you want in your life? How serious are you about getting there? These are things that we should ask people when we're dating them. And then keep asking them. Don't only ask them once because they'll give you the answer that they think you want to hear just so they can have you in that moment. Ladies, listen. Sometimes a man will tell you what you want to hear just because he's lusting over you in that moment. All right? So if you ask him one day a question, so what are your aspirations? What are your dreams? What do you really want to do in life? What do you really want for yourself? And he says, most people probably haven't even thought of that question or the answer, right? They're going to freestyle something. So what you do is, to see how strong he is on the answer he gave you, ask him again. Ask him next week. Ask him 2 weeks from now. Ask him next month. See if you get the same answer. And maybe by that time he won't or she won't be so caught off guard. Okay? Where they gotta be like, dang, I didn't even think about this since the last time she asked me last month. Okay? They're probably just telling you and feeding you things that they think you want to hear. So you could be like, you know what, if they keep fumbling and mumbling and sounding unsure, all right, maybe you should get at me when you're a little bit more sure about what you're trying to do, because I want some security. In the beginning of this video, I mentioned success and struggle, okay? And most people struggle before they get to success. I'm a living testimony of that. I'm still trying to reach my goals. I'm still trying to reach more people. I'm still trying to broaden my audience. I'm still trying to be a public speaker. I'm still trying to be inside of schools and all these other places where I could build with people outside of this camera right here on Tuesday night. So this is something that I'm actively working towards. So if somebody asks me that, that would be my answer. And then if she wants to go see about my answer or ask me again next week or next month, okay, I got a little body of work right here. Okay, so maybe that's something that you could be more trusting in. And then when you can trust in those answers, that security and success should come. As long as y'all behind each other and each other's support systems. That's right. All right, y'all, say this with me. I will not be dealing with anyone who isn't coming correctly. I will not be dealing with anyone who isn't coming correctly. I need y'all to say this one more time and say it from the heart. I will not be dealing with anyone who isn't coming correctly. I want you to believe that. I want you to feel that. And I want you to understand your worth. I want you to understand the individual that the Creator has made you. God has made you. All right. And I want you to, with every breath, with every pump of your heart, I want you to know that that's the Creator just continuing to bless you and bless you and bless you and bless you. All right. So we got to take those thoughts and put them into play and say, you know what? I want those blessings. Okay. And with that comes you demanding respect. Respect. Respect me in many forms. Respect me in many aspects. Respect my mind. Respect my heart. Respect my body. Respect my emotions. Respect my name and don't talk bad about me and try to slander me, especially when you know I'm a good person. Respect what I stand for. Respect who I'm trying to become. Don't always remind me of, oh, remember that time? Remember that time from 5 years ago, from 3 years ago, from last week. Every day, I'm trying to be better than what I was the day before. And that's a journey in itself. But if you know in your mind that's where you're set on being better, don't allow individuals in your life to take away from that. Because they'll hold you back. They'll set you back, right? Look at your watch. You put it the other way. It's going backwards. Let it go clockwise. I want my life to go clockwise. And trust and believe that clock goes so fast. Okay? So anybody that's trying to damage you, anybody that's not trying to respect you on the levels that I just mentioned or whatever levels you may have in your mind, what you gonna do about it? Either we gonna get professional help together, you gonna go get professional help, I'm gonna go get professional help, or I'm gonna help myself and say peace. All right, y'all, so this is gonna be part one of choosing who you're dating wisely. I wanna do another part to this as well because there's other things for me to mention. And I don't wanna try to cram everything into one segment. I'm gonna break it up a little bit. So be sure to be right here next week, okay? Because we're gonna have part two and we're gonna talk about more things on why it's important to choose who we're dating wisely, okay? Also, you can leave in the comments whatever you wanna say about why it's important to choose who you're dating wisely. You could put something in the comments that you want me to mention next week, okay? I would love that, all right? And we could talk about those things collectively and together, all right? Because what? Together, we're stronger, so much stronger, all right? So y'all, look, I'm back on my Janet Jackson. Like a moth to the flame, burned by the fire. My heart is blind. Can't you see my desire? That's the way love goes. All right, y'all. So, tonight is toast time with the king. Yes, y'all. I got some nice, beautiful water right here. You see that? I got it garnished. I got the cucumbers inside. I got the mint leaves inside. And it's so refreshing, okay? All of y'all with the nasty breath out there, you know who you are. Start drinking some mint water, all right? It'll start knocking some of that stank out your neck, okay? And it's very refreshing. It's very good for the body, antioxidants, great for summer. It's a lot of sweating going on out there, so that's why I got this cucumber mint water, okay? So raise your glasses, y'all. It's toast time. This toast is to us being able to recognize that we are created in the Creator's likeness, okay? We are worthy to be loved. We are worthy to be respected. We are worthy to be supported. We are worthy to be on somebody's, I guess we could say, pedestal, okay? Make me feel important, okay? And I will do the same for you, I promise. I'm not trying to say I'm bigger than you, I'm better than you, or I'm only receiving and not giving. This is to us getting everything that we put out and the things that we don't even put out, okay? This is to love. This is to understanding. This is to great communication and great relationships, all right? And it's also to the Creator having His hand in everything that we do. Put them up, y'all. Salute. Whew, so good. This episode of the King Omar Sharif Show is solely for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or any other qualified professional. All right, y'all, that's the end of tonight's show. Be sure to come back here next Tuesday night for part 2 so we can continue our conversation on choosing who we're dating wisely. And remember to tell anybody who's trying to enter your space, or even if it's the person that's already in your space, remember to tell them, please come correctly. All right. So if you like tonight's content, you can also check out other things that have already been done here on the King Omar Sharif Show. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. I would love that. I thank you. I would appreciate that so much. So be sure to come back next Tuesday night. In the meantime, there's so much more to see, like this show and this show. I can't wait to see y'all next Tuesday night, y'all. That's love.